We are live at the track that is known as the Lady in Black, which is Darlington Raceway in South Carolina. The Twisted Chassis Truck Series here. I will pull up the starting grid for the drivers that are in tonight's race. I will not want to show you. Have to show up this other grid. Oh, looks like it is actually the wait for it to change over a little bit here. But no, I'm going to be looking at this track as, you know, you're going to have to be very careful off the exit of... Wait, why is this not wanting to show here? I believe it's... Hold on, let me get you refresh. SDK is not wanting to load here. I believe that's why it's showing something different. But this... There it goes. So the track... Sorry about that. But this track is known to reach out and grab you in turns 1 and 2. But starting on the grid here... So starting first is going to be Christopher Tate, the man I call Houdini. Second, Dustin Stallings. Third, Tyler Ashley. Fourth, Skylar Berry. Fifth, Jacob Boehm. Sixth, Tristan Stepson. Seventh, Jacob Greganier. 8th, Kevin Winker. 9th, Nathan Somerville. 10th, Joey Maines. 11th, David Hall. 12th is Nate Cogdale. 13th, I'll have to go down just a little bit more here. 13th is Chris Wheeler. 14th, Keith Moyers. 15th, Joshua Moore. 16th, Mason L. Ford. 17th, Quentin Murdoch. 18th, Adam Waddle. 19th, Chris Zofield. 20th, Dylan Smith. 21st, Roger DeBold. That is race control, so these guys will be moved up a spot. Kayshawn Clater will be 21st. Mike Salmanowski, 23rd. Calvin Dawes, Mike Salmanowski, 22nd. Calvin Dawes, 23rd. And Nathan Dahl will be 24th. So that is the grid here tonight. I'm going to be watching for the exits of 1 and 2 because there is a bump in the middle of that exit that can reach out and grab drivers, and I have saw that happen so many times from multiple people. But Tate, the man I call Houdini, he's up front. He was running some practice laps earlier, kind of hopped on him. Watch what he was doing, as luckily didn't miss the broadcast. I thought the broadcast started at a different time. I had actually the man that runs it text me, and I was like, yeah, I'm coming on, and I looked, and he said, oh, yeah, we got 5 minutes till we go green. I was like, what? So shot off from where I was sitting and was luckily able to get the stream set up. Just had to refresh SDK there, but not a big deal. But 110 laps. It is the throwback paint schemes here tonight at Darlington, which is what they do typically in the Cup Series. Everybody runs a throwback paint scheme. Should be going green this time by Pace Truck pulls off. Tate's going to lead into green with the 88 of Dustin Stallings. Outside of him, who can tame the Lady in Black in Darlington? Who can dance with her the best? And who does she want to go home with tonight? Green flag's going to be in the air here any minute. Green flag's now waving. Tate, see where he goes. He gets a good start. Driver's actually getting maybe a little bit loose off the start of that there. Tate, you see the 81. It's all over Tate trying to shove him. That's Tyler Ashley. This track is a weird track to run. You wouldn't think it's so difficult, but it really is. You can't be running full throttle, especially out of 1 and 2. It'll reach out and get you. To see, oh, the 24 looks like he moves off it a little bit. Everybody makes it through that first corner. I've saw it happen so many times where it will reach out and grab you. You get really loose out of nowhere. Tate's still running that high line. It's actually up more than I would have been on the track there, but he gets a good exit. We got somebody spinning around. That's the 60th Keith Moyer. He's going to go hard into the wall. Will that bring out a caution? Don't believe it will. He'll stay green. Actually, no, there's a caution. Oh, the 42 of Winker almost ran into the back of him. We'll see what happened here in the 60. I think he just got loose on the exit of 3 and 4 like I was talking about earlier. Let's see, he might have gotten... Nope, looks like he just tried to put the power down. He just tries to put all the power down that he can. Rear end slides out on him. He goes into the wall. Surprisingly, hits it pretty square and doesn't get that much damage from it, but he's probably got some engine damage from that contact if I did have to guess. But 3 laps in, and we already got a caution here. Don't believe anybody will come down pit road, as that kind of be a really early call for them to do that. But 60, I believe he might see if he has any engine damage. It doesn't look like... I'm surprised. Now, he hit pretty well on that inside wall, but he doesn't have that much damage from his point of view here. It's surprising. Well, actually, I lied. I just couldn't see it. Yeah, you can definitely see he's gotten a beat in front end, so it's definitely gonna hurt him here. See if anybody comes in for fuel. Now, I kind of be a driver. Like, it's early in the race. I might as well come down and top off if I was in, but I don't believe anybody is going to come down pit road, and I wouldn't blame him. But you're going to see... Actually, no, there's some people that come down pit road for fuel. Looks like Tristan Stepson, Nathan Somerville, Mason L. Ford, Nathan Dahl, Kevin Winker, Keith Moyer. He just wrecked. And the 51 of Joshua Moore. They will come down pit road. But I'm going to, you're going to see, I say a little bit more of that here tonight because those exit turns, they can really come out and get you. But I'll pull up some track facts here. No, actually, I believe that there's a story with 3 and 4, I think. Now, just off the top of my head, I believe 3 and 4. Now, you see how it's just shaped so much differently. I believe there was actually a pond in that area, and the guy that wanted to build the racetrack had to make an agreement with the guy that owned the pond. He said, hey, if you just don't, if you don't run over my pond, I don't care what you do. So they made that agreement. So that's why turns 3 and 4 are completely different than turns 1 and 2. 3 and 4, you kind of got to go in there a little bit slower. Now, 1 and 2, you can run up a little bit higher. 3 and 4 doesn't have that much banking, so it's a little bit difficult for drivers to get the power down that they need to. You really got to wait for it to rotate. I think these guys are playing fuel strategy here that are coming back down. One thing I can think they're doing, it looks like it's Nathan Dahl, Mason Ford, and Mason L. Ford and Nathan Somerville come down pit road here. It's like a 14. Did he get in his pit box? Looks like he's in the 24's pit box. I guess he wasn't there because he was in it. But they'll be coming green. Nope, actually, they'll be getting one more caution lap here. If y'all are new to Ghost Racing Network, if you don't mind throwing in a subscription, that'll help us grow. Trying to hit 200 by the end of the month. So that'll just anything that you can do will help. As I'm talking to the man that kind of runs Ghost League, as in Christopher Hubka here, really quick. And I call Christopher Tate Houdini because he seems to kind of pop out of nowhere half the time. He kind of comes from, I mean, you won't think that he's a factor. Then here he goes showing his head out of nowhere. See, Tate's going to take the bottom. He's going to give the 81 the outside. That's not a bad lane choice, especially if Tate can get a good start. But you got to get a good start on that bottom lane because running that bottom it's kind of weird because you can't really put down all the power that you need being in that position. It's a little bit difficult for you. You got guys that are coming down pit road again. I guess they're just topping off on fuel here. Be the only thing that I think that they're doing. I think they'll be able to catch the end of this pack, maybe. I'm kind of confused why these guys are coming down pit road like they are. So hopefully I don't spill these bottles of Gatorade that I have. That would not be good for my keyboard. I've already spilled water. Luckily, it was just water. Didn't have any minerals in it, so it couldn't short anything out. I dropped it in there. Seems to be a typical thing of me, but lights are off on the pace truck. They'll go green this time by Tate's going to lead him Tyler Ashley to the outside. The 88 of Dustin Stallings, the 52 of Jacob Bowen. Jacob Bowen make up the top 4 here. Tate needs to get a good restart and get out in front of the 81. He doesn't want to be having to fight the 81 off the exit of 1 and 2. There's a bump in the corner. Green flag goes back in the air. Tate gets a good jump on the 81. Very far out in front of him, so he gets a better one than what I thought that he would. So he's going to be able to set sail now. This track, you kind of wash up towards the wall, and then you can really diamond that corner. Yep, there he goes. Diamonds that corner like I knew he would. As I ran a next-gen race here in a league that I was then banned from. And I'm so good at diamonding 1 and 2. That's what you really have to do. But Tate's under attack from that 81. That 81's not going to let Tate go just yet. He's going to try to come back on the inside. Tate might have gotten a little loose right there. Still going to try to keep the lead from him. Only 8 laps in, but you see drivers are trying to go back at it as we got a yellow flag again. What is this for here? Oh, it looks like Quentin Murdoch has crashed. So I have to see what happened. Somebody might have gotten turned. Oh! This looks like Wheeler tries to come up, side draft the 7, just gets into the 7. We'll see how hard of a contact Quentin made. Oh, he's headed right for that wall. It's going to be vicious. Oh, head first, puts the truck off the ground. Spins it like a top. Luckily, I don't think anybody else gets into it. Maybe the 12. Oh, the 12 gets into it. Also just clips the 7. Nowhere for him to go. But that's the second caution in only 9 laps here. So our drivers are not going to be too fond of that for sure. Hopefully we won't have to see this all night. But if I had something that I could show you all 1 and 2. Let's see. I believe I can maybe get a turns 1 and 2 cam. I can get an exit here. So you see right where that 74 came up. I'll show you right here. I'll pause it while they're doing this. So about right there where he is, a little bit in front of him, there's a bump in the corner where if you hit that in the wrong spot, that can really get you incredibly loose as the car kind of will unload on itself and try to load back again. But Tyler, actually, he's came down pit road. You know, the 7's got to come down. He's got to obviously take his fast repair because that truck has a smashed in front end. Nathan Dahl comes down. So these guys are just playing fuel strategy at this point, I think. Because they really have nothing to gain from coming in like they are. I think it's just all just, yeah, I'm going to come down pit road, fuel. I'm in the back anyway. Can't hurt me. So, let's just do it. And that's what their mindset is here. Go back and look at some of these paint schemes these drivers have for the throwback here. Don't know. No, I'm only so young. I'm not even 20. So some of these paint schemes, I wouldn't know what they mean as the 22 have, or the 2 have some. Oh, he's got some front end damage here. What has happened with Dylan Smith? He's got a beat in front end. Like he might have drilled somebody in the rear. That's one thing I could think that could happen to him. There was no notification about his damage, so I guess he just got into the back of somebody. See, like the 21, that's a Cold Trickle throwback paint scheme. I believe the 00 has a throwback to Red Bull Racing when they did race. He's kind of put his own twist on it. The 7 has a throwback to Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s Budweiser paint scheme when he raced with DEI, the team that his father founded for him, pretty much. Let's see who else. Trying to look. I don't think anybody else has a throwback paint scheme. I believe the 51 does, as that was in the same. I can't remember what the movie was now. That was the same race that had Cold Trickle in it. Cold Trickle in it. That was also a paint scheme in there. 42 has kind of a throwback paint scheme when Target ran. They sponsored Kyle Larson when he was at Chip Ganassi Motorsports. They're going to get the green flag here. When they come to the line, 11 laps in, 2 wrecks. I think drivers just kind of finding that bump, and they're like, oh, I don't know what to do here with it. As this is a tough track to tame. You're going to get a lot of stripes with the wall. You're going to get loose on these exits if you don't hit them perfectly. I think that's what drivers have already found out here for themselves. Go on board with Tate here for his restart, actually. Let me get to the gyro cam in time. Tate. There we go. See, look at those eyes. That's the eyes of a man who's determined. That little redhead in real life is probably sitting there thinking, man, I'm in the lead right now. It looks like we're going to go green one more time around. So, thought the lights were off. I could have swore they were off there. But I guess they aren't. These guys come down pit road again. This is a pure fuel strategy play from these guys. I mean, this is what it is. They want the tires. They want the tires of these guys that are running out up front here. That's this way, the only thing that they're doing. I wouldn't necessarily blame them either, as I'm a person who I like my tires. I like having better tires. I always run the tank pretty much to where it's basically going to sputter and it can't go any farther. Something I enjoy doing. I want the tires. I'm a long-run driver anyway. I believe they'll be going green this time, finally. Lights are off unless they come on again. I think any of them should. Winker's going to come off pit road. He'll be able to catch up to the back of this. So Winker, Joshua, and Chris also have about 11 to 3 to 2 more laps of fuel than the rest of this field here. Go on board with Tate and his gyro cam for the restart here. Have to watch his hands coming out of 1 and 2, see if he finds the bump. I know he doesn't want to find it for sure. That'd be a very, very bad thing if he did. Yes. Oh, it looks like he has to get it's a good restart. Thought he got loose there for half a second. It's like he gets out and away. Yep, he does. He gets out and away. Bowen's got to lay chase to him. We got somebody trying to run that bottom. That's a 00, Nate Cogdell. He's going below the white line there, trying to wrap it. That's going to really hurt his exit and make him super tight there. Everybody makes it off of 2, it seems. 3 wide back here around the 12. The 12, I think he might have engine damage from that contact earlier, or maybe he might just be plowing tight because he is way off the pace right now. Might just be letting these guys go. It could be that. But Bowen's caught right back up to Tate. He's not letting Tate get away from him. He's kind of hanging tough with him as Tate looks like, yep, he's running pretty much that exact same line that I ran in a next-gen league. That's the line you have to run. You got to get pretty close to the wall. You're kind of running half throttle through it in 1 and 2. Now, 3 and 4 can be different for everybody. I ran up close to the wall. I entered low, let it turn, but he looks like he gets a good turn off of it also. Got the 14, goes under the 60. 60 was involved earlier, if I'm not mistaken. Tate's pulling away from Bowen here just a little bit. He's not getting caught. He's actually stretched it out to about half a second lead on him right now. Let's see the 21. That cold trickle paint scheme's trying to catch the 31. The 24 might. He got some damage also. He's gotten into somebody. 24 gets right up on that 21's bumper, trying to get him. He does. 74 is trying to go under the 98. Adam Waddle. Oh, actually 98 smacks the wall there. Trying to get up high as he can. Looks like he actually gets away with no damage from that. As he has a little bit of right front damage. I don't think it's too bad, but that 74, I know he does not like running where he is because he is pinched down on the bottom of that track. Bowen might got a little loose there. 24 has got the, oh, you see that there? The 8 gets loose. That's one thing about this. Running that bottom lane can really hurt you. You just can't put the power down like you need to. It's just so difficult for these guys to do that. Tate stretched this out to actually now a 1 second lead over Bowen. So Bowen losing time to him. 24 is trying to make his way up through the field. The 24, Tate ran a 29.80. That's the fastest lap so far in the race. Actually, fastest lap, sorry. That's the fastest lap the last time by. Tate holds the fastest lap of this race so far with a 29.69. So he's definitely got a truck that he's very comfortable with here. That 12, he must have some engine damage because he's way off the pace here. But Tate is just rolling that high line right now. He's just scooting away from them currently. He's not having any issues. See that 88 and the 60 and the 68 are kind of going at it together. Looks like the 68 is going to let Dustin Stallings by. Dustin's going to go right up to the wall. You can run that wall. You can run middle of the track. You know, if you run that wall and you can get a really good rotation in the middle, really get you pointed down. As you can see them kind of diamond in that corner. As Versace. So, actually, I'm probably one of the broadcasters that, we'll re-chat and try to interact with it. So, I'll try to see if I can put this in terms for you all. So, what these trucks do at this track is, out of 1 and 2, there's a part like right there where Tate just went through. So, you see like those little black circles there on that wall. The track will, basically the rear end, the weight will transfer. It'll leave it for half a second, and then it will load the truck back up again. And when that happens, your rear end can get really loose because there's no weight pushing down on it. Your rear tires just can't get traction like they needed to. So that's what really happens when these guys get loose, is they don't have any weight on those rear tires. Really no downforce either can happen sometimes too. Got some action around Calvin Dials right now. With the 7 trying to go under him. 7 was wrecked earlier. He is a lap down as the 80. There was 98 smacks the wall there. 24 is, he's very slow on the top here. What happened? We got drivers going down pit road, so there must have been contact. The 34. He must have had a big issue there because he has to go down pit road. The 24 is very slow, so I'm guessing the 24 and the 37 got together. Because 37's engine is gone kaboom, so it's gone. As I'm not completely sure what happened with him. Well, he's got it, but it's about to explode. So what happened with Sean? Tate looks like 12 gives way maybe last second. So Tate was like, oh, please don't make me run up on you. See Bowen's kind of stalled out. He's got the 88 of Dustin Stallings behind him. Dustin's trying to get that spot for him. He's going to hound him for it for just a little bit. Oh, he gets tight off the wall. The 8 here. He's sitting in position 8 right now. Got a lot of, there are people in the wall here. I think they're just getting the Darlington stripe early on because they are smacking that wall and getting the whole side of their truck rubbed off. They don't want the paint. They want a new paint job. After this is a 60 waits to pass a 74. A little bit late there. Very well could have turned him. I was getting a little bit nervous for him. Tate's kind of has a commanding lead. Probably trying to get to 2.5 seconds here really soon. I know it's not something that he wants to see. These guys are racing like this, but we got action on the 98, the 85 of Mason Forrest trying to go under him. You see the 38 of Chris Wheeler is also back here, as Chris is also a lap down. So we got these guys. Here's a lot of action at basically near the back of the pack currently. We got Chris trying to get under the 98. 98 gets a little loose there. See his rear wiggling around. Wheeler's not in the best position off of 1 and 2. 98 into the wall. Both trucks into the wall, the 98 and the 60. Follow each other's path. The 30 goes right under them both. That's Nathan Dahl. And 74, Calvin Dawes goes and passes him for position. So he kind of had that work out in his favor there. Let's see. Oh, the double zero is trying to get under the 2. 2's a lap down. So the driver's already going lap down here pretty early in the race. I'm surprised. This early, only 26 laps, and we've got 7 drivers a lap down to 37. I believe he's out of the race already. But Tate, he's just continuing to stretch this lead. He's over 3 seconds now, so he's had his fun for sure. Oh, the 98 looks like he is coming to pit road. Nope, he must have just missed 3 and 4 completely and decides to just go all the way to the apron. Joey Maines is running back here. He must have had a problem. Because I think he might be down on power. That's the only thing I can think of. He's running way off the pace currently. Tate, I know he loves being up front. He's just like, yeah, I've kind of got this in the bag. I don't got to worry about myself. I'll actually go on board with Tate the next lap to see how he is running his line here. Just got steady hands the whole way around the track, not having to make many corrections off the corner. He's not having the rear end kick out on him. He's not getting loose. We have Adam Waddle. He's going down pit road. He has some damage. Joey Maines is going to come down also. They both had some type of damage because they were very slow on the track. Stallings into the wall. It's going to let the 68 of Skylar Berry get to him now. Driver's ripping down the wall. Oh, I know who we need. We need Christian Roos. Oh, I need him here. He can do his scientific experiment of trying to rip down the wall. Wow. Come on. The one time we got drivers ripping down the wall and I can't get anybody here. That's kind of sad. That was weird. No, it's working. So I'm just looking over at my PC and it's like, it's not what? The 81 got loose. I don't know what noise I just made there, but you saw him get really loose off the corner. He gets into the wall now. Driver's just trying to find as much space as they can with the wall. You can't blame them, really. They're just trying to get all that they can at this point. They're just reaching out and getting parts of the wall that, don't want to see him. It's a common thing at Darlington. It's called the Lady in Black for a reason. The driver that has tamed this track the most is Jeff Gordon. He just rolled off wins there in the late 90s at this track. Wins one after one after one after one. Just nobody could stop him. Oh, we got the 22 loose. That's Mike Sabanowski. He's going to actually stay on track. The 7. Does he have a blown engine there? 7 engine is gone. It's about to expire on him. He needs to get down pit road very quickly. So we saw this track already show that it's just hard to run. Drivers have not been able to tame this. Lady in black for a reason. She doesn't want to dance with you. It looks like she's wanting to dance with Tate right now. Hopefully she doesn't pull us. What was it? Snow White, I believe. I don't even know my fairy tales. No, who was it? Oh, Google, where are you at? I got to look this up now. Cinderella. Hopefully the Lady in Black doesn't pull a Cinderella with Tate. Tate runs that wall. Gets up very, very close to it. The biggest mover so far is Calvin Dials. He is up 13 spots in 11th. As looking at times, we got the 42 down low. Looking at times here, Tate is still running the fastest times of the race. Bowen somewhat near Tate that last lap. Tate ran a 31.51. Bowen ran a 31.57. If you have the 60 is in pit road. These guys have not had the night. Some people have even called it a night. Like 3 drivers have so far. It's just not been what they need. Yep, 14 of Nathan Sandoval has some heavy, heavy front end damage, but they're going at it back here near the 74. That's the 12, the 30, and the 24 of Joey Maines. Just going at each other. I'm surprised that they're doing this. Double Zero's facing a little bit of a challenge from the 81 Tyler Ash. Will he pull the crossover move? Oh, it's not going to end up well. He can't get the speed that he needs. It's going to get him a really bad exit there. Might wash up. You see him have to bail out of the throttle. Flames come out the pipes because he was about to smack that wall. It's like Cogdale. What happened with Cog? Oh, he's going down pit road. Didn't realize this was 3 and 4 as he's trying to get down pit road. This is a weird pit entrance here at Darlington. You have to, like, it's just so odd of a pit entrance. I've overshot it. I can't tell you how many times I've missed it in the league race before because you have to enter in just such a weird way. It's just not a normal track with the 18 lead. He is on fresh tires. No, I think he actually might have gotten a lap by Tate there. Excuse me, I might have had that completely wrong off the top of my head. Knowing me, I probably did. I wouldn't be surprised if I had that wrong. We'll go back and try to find it. 24. It's like, oh, who was that? That was 74 Calvin Doss. He's going under attack. 24 Calvin's ripping the wall down with him. Take it with you, bud. It's free. Drivers just want to give the safety crew a good test of that wall right now. He's got that right front of his hood popped up from smacking the wall so much. You can't really blame him. It's just a hard track to run, and it really, really is a hard track. Tate's trying to run that high line. He's still dominating that corner perfectly as a 12 hits the wall in front of him. Cogdale pitted. He was out and away. So maybe Cogdale, I believe, will have to pit at least one more time here tonight. I had to guess. As Cogdale, did he go down a lap? Yes, he did. Cogdale went down one lap, luckily, so he might have a chance that the pit cycle will get him back on the lead lap, as I believe it will, and it does cycle around here. I wouldn't be surprised by tonight if Tate laps the whole field the way that he's running right now. But Bowen got loose off that corner. That's going to allow the 68 to draw with him. The 88's been staying with the 68 also, so these guys are going to be racing for basically second right now at this point, going at it with each other. Bowen can't be sliding the tires like he just did because that'll make that rear end heat up the right rear. I think he just slipped it there again. 68's to his outside. Will Bowen race him for this position where he let the 68 go? He doesn't let the 68 go. 68 gives him a little bit of a nudge in the corner. Stallings goes to the bottom of the 68 now. 68 had to check up for him. He gets loose off the corner. So drivers experiencing that looseness off of 1 and 2. It's only going to get worse as this run goes on with these tires. The more they wear off, the looser they get. And that vehicle can become hard to control. It's like Tate's down pit road. So is Bowen. So trying to stay in the same pit strategy as Christopher Tate. Hopefully Tate can get in and out clean as Skylar Barry. He's going to have Dustin Stallings on his right, on his rear. He's 14 car. He has some heavy damage on his vehicle. Looks like Skylar Barry, he's going to go to pit road. But Dustin Stallings to the lead. Now what Dustin wants to see is a caution for sure. Long pit road for these drivers. They have to wait forever, it seems. He gets out and away. So he actually stayed. There he goes a lap down. Around Dustin Stones. I'm kind of surprised by that there. As we'll see where Barry comes out. Barry came down pit road. He'll get lapped by Dustin. Also, Dustin's now coming in. Gets way off that track early. Going to put David Hall. No, David's coming in also. We'll see where if Nathan Somerville comes in or not. He has a smashed in front end. I'm surprised he's still able to run like he is. But actually, I'm going to go on board with him. Because I think right there he might have a little bit of engine damage. Seeing his, can't even think of it now. His RPM or kind of stumbled just a little bit going down the front stretch, so he might have just slight damage on that front end of his truck. I do think that he probably does. It's probably not a lot, not enough to do anything to him. Very lucky with it though. Let's see, he comes in. So where did Tate come out here? Tate. There he is. He is in 5th, but he's going to be running some incredibly fast laps here. Bowen came down on lap 41 also with Christopher Tate. Have to see. Oh, this could be. So, if I'm correct, these guys can go about 40, probably about 38 to 39 laps on fuel. But these guys came down and topped off, as in Kevin Winker and Joshua Moore. So maybe they're trying to stretch their fuel to where they only have to one-stop this race now. They won't have to come down pit road a second time, as that is an option that they could do. But Somerville, he comes down pit road. He had heavy engine damage anyway. I don't think he's going to stay out much longer to begin with. Surprised he stayed out as long as he did, but Tate just shaving off time. Got it. Wow, last time I looked over, he was at 25. Now he's under 15 seconds as everybody's coming to pit road. That is why I was wondering what that time was going down so fast for. But he's going to catch that 30 here anytime soon. He's going to come up right on the bumper of him. I don't think he'll be able to scoot away from him in time. Back here, the 8's going to go into the 24 Winker. Wheeler is going to go down parity pit on lap 11. So we'll see how much longer can Winker go on this fuel. I don't know exactly, and I know he's trying to stretch it just as far as he can. Gets into the wall there just a little bit. I think that will hurt him too bad. Hopefully for him. I don't want that to end his night early. The drivers have already left the race. They get tagged for some of the weirdest stuff in the world. I don't know what that is. Oh, that Dustin. He's lucky he made that move when he did. He got right up in front of Cogdale. That was bad. I catch the 81 of Tyler Ashley. Tate, he's got back into the lead though. Oh, is Winker? Winker is the only vehicle that needs to pit. He very well could be stretching this fuel. I think that's what he's doing here, too. I wouldn't be surprised by that either. I need to change just a little audio setting here. There we go. Changing my compressor so it would stop compressing my voice when I was at certain points. Actually, I'm going to try this with a different filter. But what is Winker? I want to pick Winker's brain right now because I think I would have a pretty good idea of what he's doing. I think I would. Nope, there he comes down pit road. Can he make it on fuel from here now? That's Tate. He's gotten it. What happened to Tate? Tate's gotten into the wall. I guess I was looking, or not looking at his vehicle, but he's definitely ripped that wall down with him. That can make him tight in this run. He's got to be careful with that now. He's getting loose. So what has... Uh-oh. want times to update before I say anything about Tate. Just to see if that wasn't a fluke. So I'm going to give it a shot. I'm not going to say anything just yet. I'm going to leave you guys in suspense here. Oh no. I think Tate has really hurt that right side of his vehicle. Go from a rear chase. You can see that right front is smashed in. That is hard contact. Tate's no longer the fastest truck on the track. Actually, that lap he still wasn't. He ran. Actually, see what Dustin Stallings gets here. He's coming to the start-finish line. He might have a little bit of a slower lap here. Oh, no. This is going to change now. Tate isn't the fastest truck here. That right front damage is hindering him. I'll pull up the lap times to see what I mean. Dustin's running faster than him. Bowen's running faster than him. Barry's running faster than him. Hall's running faster than him. Somerville's running faster than him. Ford's running faster than him. So that damage has probably made his truck tight. As these guys are it's going to take them a while, don't get me wrong, but they may have a chance of catching Tate as Tate is now hanging the rear end of his truck out. Looks like we have Calvin Dials. Oh, we have somebody around. Calvin Dials around. Oh, it tries not to run into Winker. Overcorrects it. Tries to drive off of it. I was shaking his truck around. Smacks the inside wall. Doesn't come back up onto the track, luckily. That doesn't bring out a caution. Gets it back rolling. I believe these guys may have thought it was going to be, so they already got off the throttle. Yep, looking at their times, they all ran like a 31 to a 30. Seeing that vehicle stop, they thought, okay, caution's going to come out here, but it doesn't. As Dustin has some front end damage too. It doesn't look like it is nearly as bad as Tate's. It's about the same as Tate's, surprisingly. Tate could just be saving his tires or knowing the lead that he has. He's got a 8-second lead to Bowen. No need to push it at all for him. 85 and Mason Ford. Then you go to the 30 here. Those two vehicles. But he's trying to go under the 00 of Cogdell. Cogdell moved off that top just a little bit, trying not to hit the wall. But Dustin, I think he may have something for these guys up here. He pitted on lap 43. Only 2 lap fresher tires, but the times that he's running, he's shaving off some seconds from him. It takes him a little bit. He's not running drastically faster laps, but they are faster than these guys that are up front currently. I mean, he's still faster. I think that Dustin Stallings may have a shot here now. As Tate and Bowen they're pretty much equal on time currently. It's 81 of Tyler Ashley. He's running in this 5th position. Not had a terrible night. Hasn't had a good night either. So he's kind of been like, eh. No, not ran great. Not ran terrible at this point. Guys, that are just laps down here. Most of the field is a lap down. This track is very tough to drive, though, like I said earlier. And they're feeling the effects of that as Stallings, I think he's slipping. So actually that's what it is. So when he's getting around these lap trucks, he's losing a lot of time into the wall. It's going to really hurt him. Ooh, into the inside wall goes Dustin Stallings. As soon as I was talking good about him, head on, or not really head on into the wall, but just hard contact into the wall. It's going to make his engine expire if he doesn't get down pit road really quick. As let's see here. This could be a blessing in disguise for him. If he has a fast repair, barely makes pit road. As Dustin, this might not be a bad thing for you, man. I have to see here. Cogdell's down pit road. So, let's see. Does Dustin Stallings have a fast repair here? I want to see if he does. As maybe he does. Have to see here. Possibly no, he might have used it earlier. Hopefully he didn't. I know some drivers will forget to uncheck their fast repair. As he doesn't have a fast repair. That is not good for him. Hogdale comes down pit road. Winker was down on lap 50, so he has the best tires. 81 gets into the wall. Drivers get into the wall all over the place here tonight. It's not uncommon to see him here in the wall, apparently. 42 of Winker. Let's see what lap times Winker is running. Winker's having to sort through all this lap traffic in front of him, so he's obviously, no, he's been slower overall. As what has just happened here? Looks like I'm experiencing a little issue here. I believe, oh, there goes iRacing here. I'll fix that really quick for y'all. Sorry, we were back here. Iris decided to lay an egg on me, but I was able to get back into it. Luckily, that's why it was frozen. I was curious what had happened, but it doesn't look like much happened while I was gone, luckily for you guys. We've got some guys that possibly came down pit road. It looks like Hall might be down. No, he's on track currently. Give this a refresh also. There it goes. Just giving a little time to update. Sorry about that. That was completely my fault. I don't know why it's wanting to do that every now and then. It will just decide to be like, nah, I don't want to work anymore. It wants to make contact here with the 60 and 30 as I get back. Oh, that 68 was squeezed into the wall by the 60. I know he's not going to be happy with that at all. Don't know what that is about between those drivers, but he definitely got squeezed up into it. Even I'm confused what happened there. But Tate, he's maintained the lead. He's got a 12-second lead over Bowen. Winker, he's still a lap down currently, so he's had a rough night also. Tate's having to deal with this lap traffic. I know he doesn't want to see this happen in front of him. He's only got 50 more laps after this, and he wants to take, actually, sorry, 40 more laps. After this, he probably wants to take it home as fast as he can here. Go on board with Tate here for just a little bit. rolled with Tate there for just a little bit. Having pretty good nights so far. Being up front, leading a lot of laps here. That was causing the issue. I believe it's just trying to run mirrors. Some of these drivers that just doesn't want to take very well to it. I really don't blame it at all. Do need to get a case with better airflow. We'll be getting that very soon though. Right now it's Tate, Bowen, and Skylar Berry. Top 3 drivers so far in this race. 81 of Ashley's not had a terrible night. I mean, he's sitting 11th. He's back 3 positions from where he started, so definitely not happy for him overall. I know he's got to be a little bit mad about that for sure, and I wouldn't blame him either. I know something that it just happens every now and then, something you do have to deal with, and it can get very, very annoying for them. That's for sure. Somerville, Hall, Bowen are all up here right now. Pretty much been like, yeah, I don't have to really do much. Just kind of run where I need to. We saw so many drivers, get into the wall. It's just a Darlington thing. That's really what it comes down to. It's just a Darlington thing. You're gonna hit the wall. It's called the. You get actually, I believe they did have a counter in real life. It was literally that it would count how many stripes the drivers had before the end of the night. See Wheeler's trying to get to outside of Ford. Ford's not making it easy on him for sure. Okay, looks like he's, even with that damage, he's been able to run pretty fine. Pulled away from Bones just a little bit more here. Just had a run overall, but I mean, he's pretty much been leading, most of this race. Well, he's not had a lot of competition. We had cautions early, and drivers, they sorted that out. Luckily for them. Wheeler slides up right in front of Barry. It's not for position though. He's a lap truck. Was trying to get some positions back, trying to get a lap back at the least. No, Tate does not want to see a caution right now at all. Tate's going to go down pit road now. So I believe new drivers would at least have to have one more pit stop at the least for them. I'm surprised that they did come down pit road. It will eventually have to happen here. We'll watch Tate. He'll come off on pit road. Pit stops will be happening. We'll let these drivers get the pit stops, and then we'll add. Just fix this little thing here. Okay, off and away, clean in, clean off pit road, and that's what you always want to see from drivers here. But Barry's, it looks like Hall's gonna come in as soon as Tate comes in. Tate, he's out and away. He had such a lead that it really didn't even affect him at this point in the race. He's just so far out ahead. And it's just kind of like Tate's just kind of like, yep, I'm just gonna run away with it now. You can't do anything about it either. We will roll some quick Well, actually, we'll see. That Barry's in pit road, but we'll roll a quick ad here. Tell you, he's just had an easy time right now. Currently, he's not had to deal with anything here. I will reconnect to the Facebook stream very quickly. It wanted to disconnect for some odd reason, as it just ended on Facebook, so we won't even worry about that. Nobody, we've watched it on Facebook, to be honest with you. I don't know why it's going to disconnect with some of this stuff. It's getting on my nerves now, but definitely striking a chord with me. I don't know why it's doing. I think it might have some overheating issues every now and then. Tate, he's just been running away at this point. I mean, he really, really has. He's not had any challenge up to this point. I mean, that's truly what it's come down to. Just been kind of being like, yeah, I'm able to run away from all this. I don't have to worry about it. He's only got 28 laps now around this track, and then he'll take home the win here. I know he'll be happy with that. Hopefully this will last to the end of the race. Tell you what, this is getting very, very annoying that it doesn't do it all the time either. Very rare that it will do it. It's just kind of time that his boots up wrong. I'm just like, what? But the 51, oh, he got very loose off of 1 and 2 there, all the way down to the apron. I know his back end was probably like, oh, here we go around now, buddy. It's going to be fun for me. You never want to see truck down that low because that means that they got incredibly loose on the bottom of that track there. You never want to see that happen for some of these guys. But it's just kind of a side effect from some of that stuff. You just can't stop yourself from getting as loose as you will like to sometimes. As that's why it's wanting to change the, yep. So it decides to change the stream key. That's why it was doing that. I love that when it changes the stream key for us. Just gonna have this running in the background so it doesn't try to disconnect the YouTube one, hopefully. Or he's definitely tagged that wall for sure. He's ripping it down with him. As we've seen that happen multiple times. Drivers have been like, I'm gonna take the wall with me now. I don't want to see it anymore. I'm done. Take it, give me it. I'm going with it now. Bye bye. Tate, he's running 30-13s. These guys are running about mid to low 30s on some of them, so he's definitely got a truck there. I think that, you know, unless a caution comes out and Tate gets turned, I think this is Tate's race to lose at this point. I really just, I don't think that anybody's going to beat him. I mean, I truly don't think that. He's just too far out front right now. What was that? Oh, I just found what it was. Nice. Hiding, I see. Anti-malware, that's what it was. It tried to use up all my CPU. It probably caused a crash earlier. Love that. So much fun to deal with that. Drives me insane when it does that. Luckily, iRacing did decide to crash. I was able to pretty much catch it at that point. Didn't have to worry about it too much. Just able to cover that over with ads, luckily. We didn't miss anything either. No drivers wrecked. Joshua Ford is coming back down pit road. He was not on the lead lap as Tate had a lap on this whole entire field. It'll be interesting to see, can Tate lap everybody here? Never, actually, no. I came very close to doing that at Richmond. Had one vehicle left, but I just couldn't get him. That's Bowen. He's kind of out of the running. I don't think anybody's going to mount a challenge to Tate at this point. I mean, I truly just do not see it right now. Tate is just way too far ahead at this point. Ripping that wall, staying up high. I think he sees a 30 below him. He's like, I can't really come down. If I do, I'm going to hit you. I'm not a fan of having somebody right there below me, because you know they're there and you're like, I can't come down. Like, man, please, please, please let me down. Go behind or by Cogdale on the bottom. No, he wants some of these drivers to kind of get out the way. Be like, please, I'm like, move over for me. I don't want to hit you on accident, as I saw it happen. Happened before. Two drivers will just make slight contact on complete accidents, and that will make some of them, pretty angry. I don't think Tate has to come down pit road. He's pretty much just gonna be like, yep, I'm just gonna stay here. You don't have to come down. Nothing. He wouldn't be hurt by it. Or he would. Actually, would. He'd probably lose the lead. And why I said he wouldn't be hurt by it. He's got 19 seconds over Bowen, so he's pretty much just. He's basically got this in the bag at this point. I don't see anyone catching him right now. I just really don't see anyone catching him at this point. This is pretty much his race to lose right now. No, he would be mad if he did lose. If he doesn't do that, I'd like to call him Houdini. He does race in the Ghost Cup Series, so he got experience with doing iRacing. Always is up front most of the time, too. He doesn't have to go from the front to the back most of the time. He's pretty lucky with that. See, no, actually, I'll take that back. He does go from the back to the front sometimes. Tate here again. We'll go on board just to see if he's had to drive a little bit different with the tires wearing off here. Tires now, off the exit of the corners, it's picking up a little bit. So he's definitely, I think he's gotten a little bit looser as it's gone on. Not incredibly loose. I think that's a loose that he can handle. But he's definitely gotten looser in this race. I don't think he's too happy with that either. That can be annoying sometimes when you have a vehicle can win, and then you just get so loose out of nowhere as the run goes on, but he's not having to deal with that so far. As while these guys are doing this, I'm going to load these cameras up here again. Did a quick camera load so we get all the cameras we had before. See them all fanning out here. Going through 1 and 2, and oh, it's like Wheeler's got somebody below him. They all go into the wall behind him. That's the 14 of Nathan Somerville. Some drivers have not been afraid to find the wall the whole entire night. They've been smacking it, giving it all it can, wanting to test it as much as possible. Jacob Bowen and Barry going at it here. The drivers not being easy on each other, that's for sure. They've definitely been laying it to him. Laying it to each other currently. Tate chasing the 14 off the corner. He might have gotten loose also, or maybe trying to stay in the draft of him. I'm not sure what that was about there. I think he might have gotten loose coming off of it. You normally don't see a driver chase somebody like that, but Tate decided to do that. I guess he just wanted to get that draft as much as he could from him. Oh, 68 gets tied also. Only 10 to go. Can drivers just hold on to their vehicles? Everybody's like, man, please end this race. I'm not good at this track. I have that feeling too. It's just, oh Lord. So I've known that feeling where you just want a race to just end because you're tired of just running bad at it. Tate, he's going to run from this 14 and 30. Kind of have him boxed in now. Tate's probably just like, 20 seconds ahead. 18 now. He can just ride behind these guys. He doesn't have to worry about Bowen or Barry or Somerville. Somerville's actually trying to get back on the lead. He's actually going to go a lap down here. So Tate's trying to put the 4th place driver a lap down. I think he will get it. Yep, he gets it. Somerville goes into the wall there. As I'm looking at something right here. It's like I think it might be my GPU. The 3080s look like they might have a problem with overheating. Sorry, 3080 Ti's have a problem with heating. Not surprising because they're so huge. They take up all the freaking space in the world in my PC case. I believe that probably is the issue here though, because it doesn't do it all the time. 54. Tate's just been out front the whole entire night. He's not had to deal with anything. As Dustin Stallings, if he wants to hop in here. He said he was done with the race. Only 7 laps to go, so maybe he might join just for the tail end of this. We'll have to see here in this one. Kind of a guess. I don't know if he's in here. He may be, might not be. Oh, yep, he's in here. I didn't realize you were in here, Dustin.
What's going on, Bryce?
Yeah, man. This race has been cautions early on, but it's not been bad since then. It's been long green flag runs, but that turn 1 has definitely reached out and gotten drivers. That's just been something I've seen tonight. It's just been very, very difficult for him.
Oh, absolutely. The start of the race was a little rough, but once the drivers settled in, we managed to have a long green run here. There's a couple instances that happened a little earlier, probably 40 or so laps ago, where we thought the caution was going to come out, but the driver kept it rolling. But I mean, it's definitely a challenging track. I've gotten my Darlington stripe quite a few times tonight, and unfortunately, my truck had too much damage to carry on. But Christopher Tate, he's been the class of the field all night, and there ain't really many people that's had anything for him tonight.
He's pretty much just been, the man that is on a mission. He's not been beat at all. It's just been ridiculous for him. He's just been up front the whole entire night. He's just been going around and around. Nobody's had anything for him, it seems. He's just been so dominant. I don't think he has anybody to challenge him here.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that Bowen may have had something for him early on, but I think once the different strategies started playing out, I think he done really well getting on the pit road and off the pit road, and just made good time going down the pits, not speeding, and had a good pit stop. And he just put more distance on these guys.
Yeah, I'm trying to back in the session here. My stuff is wanting to overheat, and it basically just says like, "All right, nope, you're done for night." I'm gonna try to get back in here quickly for these guys that did it earlier, but luckily I was able to cover it up. I still wanted to definitely talk with you, as I know Tate. He's probably he basically won the race at this point because he's Tate. He runs in Ghost Cup Series, so it's not unfamiliar to see him there for sure. And he's just been so dominant the whole like anywhere he goes, he's just dominant everywhere. It doesn't surprise me at all.
Oh yeah, I enjoy watching him run. This seems like he pretty much hits his marks about every lap, and it's pretty consistent. And that's the drivers that we're looking for. And uh, this season has went better than what we attended before the season kicked off, but we're hoping that season two will be pretty much the best one that we've had as of like since we started. But yeah, he's definitely been a great driver for us. And
Just the whole entire night, he's just been up front. It's just ridiculous how good he can run. It seems at these tracks. He's just doing a very quick burnout. Doesn't oh no, he's gonna keep on going here. Thought he was gonna stop for just half a second. He'll keep it going. Oh, what? This happened? What in the world was that? The 30 just nailed Tate when he was doing his burnout there. That's surprising. I didn't know what that was. But hold on here. Dustin, you mind if I drag you out here so I can get these drivers in here, man?
yes, sir, that's completely fine, man.
So we'll bring the drivers in here quickly. As I'm about to throw my PC through the window here. Stuff just wants to overheat and just decides not to work, and that's what it is. And it's definitely getting on my nerves for sure. I'm gonna have to underclock some of the stuff that I have here. We'll wait for the drivers to get in the waiting booth. We'll wait for Skylar Berry to get in here. Nope, nope. I didn't mean to do that. Don't do that. And it did that on accident. But let's see. Wait for these drivers to get in here very quickly. As Joey Maines. Where is Skylar Berry? I'm waiting for him to get in the booth. Oh, there he is. Hey, Skylar, this is Bryson Booth. You got a copy, man?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Man, so you come home third tonight. Tate was just on a rocket. Tell me how that race went for you from the drop of the green flag to the finish.
Uh, felt pretty good to me. Had a good run. Had some issues with a certain lap car, cutting me off, putting me in the wall, and I know he did it to somebody else too. But it is what it is. It's Darlington.
Darlington, it's called the Lady in Black for a reason. It's too tough to tame. I guess some drivers just couldn't tame it tonight at all, as I've had that happen before. But it's a hard track. And 1 and 2 will reach out and get you all the time. It's difficult to run. The corners are completely different. You think that they're the same, but no, obviously they aren't. It's just very, very hard for them. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Shout out to Lumberjack Barbershop, and again, Mission 22 as always.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go, but good third place finish tonight.
Appreciate you, man. Have a good one.
As that was Skylar Berry. We'll bring in the 52 of Jacob Bowen. Hey, Jacob, this is Bryce's booth. You got a copy, man?
I got you, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. Dude, you come home second tonight. Tate was just on a rocket ship. But, how did the race go for you from the drop of the green flag to the finish, man?
Yeah, man. I mean, from the drop of the green, right there, I kind of just wanted to get single file. I didn't really care about racing the guys around me, but one by one they kind of dropped back, and it put me right next to Tate, and he just took off on me, man. I had nothing for him there, but I'm really proud of what I was able to do here. I think I did the best that I could, and probably even better than anything would have suggested.
Yeah, man, Tate was he was on wheels, but you were trying to keep up as best as you could. But before I let you go, is anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Just the usual, I want to thank my mom, my girlfriend for being so supportive of everything that I do. My dad for watching and being awesomely supportive as well. My team tacked out. They were in my ear telling me just to finish it out, not get, overly excited, not get too cocky. And it really helped and it really worked. And I was able to finish second, hold off Skylar there from getting me. And you for putting on such an amazing broadcast, man.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go, but good second place finish tonight.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
As that was Jacob Bone. We will bring in the man that I call Houdini himself, Christopher Tate. Hey, Christopher, this is Bryson Booth. Got a coffee, man?
Yes, sir.
Man, so you were out front, basically drop of the green flag to the checker. Nobody could touch you. How did that race go from your point of view, the whole thing?
It went all right. I was better than all right, but yeah, I've always really liked this track. It's a driver's track, and a lot of people, I think, don't get the idea of like racing the racetrack. If that makes sense. But I've always loved it. It's always been a great time. The race was good. It was fun trying to navigate my way around everybody, and overall, it was just a really fun race.
Yeah, I mean, you were I call you Houdini. Guess I could have said that you had no rockets attached to your truck. You just out and away, man. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, first of all, 3F Racing, everyone over there, Dennis, Paul, Automotive Details, that's Paul's as well. He does a bunch of videography stuff for myself and several other drivers. Grip Marketing, been with them for a few years. You for put on the broadcast and all the broadcasts that you do. They're always fun to go back and watch. All the guys in this league for allowing me to run with them, and that about does it.
All right, man, well, I'll let you go, but good win tonight, man. Hopefully you can repeat that in the Ghost Cup Series at Watkins Glen.
All right, thank you.
As that was Christopher Tate, the race winner here. I will run through these finishing order here. First, Christopher Tate. Second, Jacob Bowen. Third, Skylar Berry. Fourth, Nathan Somerville. Fifth, David Hall. Sixth, Nate Cogdale. Seventh, Joshua Moore. Eighth, Nathan Hall. Ninth, Chris Wheeler. 10th, Kevin Winker. 11th, Keith Moyer. 12th, Jacob Reganier. 13th, Tristan Stepson. 14th, Joey Maines. 15th, Mike Salinowski. 16th, Mason Elford. 17th, Tyler Ashley. 18th, Calvin Dials. 19th, Chris Zofield. 20th, Dustin Stalls. 21st, Quentin Murdoch. 22nd, Adam Waddle. 23rd, Dylan Smith. 24th, Kayshawn Clater. And 25th is Roger DeBold. That was race control. But Tate, he basically set sail once he got out front. I don't think anybody was going to be catching him. But tomorrow I will be streaming 2 back-to-back races for Sim Racing Hub Challenge. I will roll these ads and I'll let you all go.